My mom tried to push me off the side of a mountain. This is real shit. No exaggeration, okay? We are on a family trip out to Utah. And at first, I'm not going to lie, me and my siblings were like, Utah? Like, why the fuck are we going to Utah? Most beautiful scenic views I've ever seen in my life. So anyone who hasn't been out west, I highly recommend if you ever get the opportunity to go to St. George, Utah, take that opportunity. While we're out there, my mom is a wreck. Understandably so when we heard the aftermath, but we don't know why she's anxious and freaking out at every turn or anytime we get close to the edge for a picture, because you have all these hiking trails that they're like pre-cut paths that you walk up, but they're tight and there's loose gravel on the side. For whatever reason, Utah, they had all this like loose gravel, rock, dirt kind of stuff. And we're in Zion National Park for one of these hikes, and it's a death fall. Like if you miss one step or anything, like you die. You're falling off the edge of a cliff to 300 or 400 feet of rock, and you're gonna die. Like it makes sense that people die when you see the edges and how people don't pay attention and shit. And my mom is a nervous wreck with us being up there, even though we're all adults. She's a nervous wreck with us being up there, with heights in general. So as we're walking at one point, I just thought it would be funny to mess with my mom. Like I feel like a lot of people do that to their parents, right? Like you screw around and mess with them. So I'm like half a step behind her to the left. So I'm on the outside, she's on the inside, because she had her little walking stick. My mom's so adorable, but she has her walking stick, and she's just like staying super tight to the edge of all these mountains instead of getting near the edge whatsoever, which is so funny because she's the one that put the whole trip together and wanted us to go on like a family vacation. As we come around the corner, I just do like a fake like half step slide, and I just push all that loose gravel dirt, and I just kind of push it, and I go, whoa. Well, I reach towards my mom, and my mom literally goes, damn it, Thomas. And she turns and smacks me in the face with her walking stick and then shoves me. So I was like, oh shit, like no fucking exaggeration. Swear to God, I literally like lean to the left and I'm laughing. I'm like, damn, I was like almost a toe length away from falling off the side of the cliff because of how you hit me. And then we all started laughing like, damn. Note to self, if I was actually falling, my mom's initial reaction was to smack me in the face with her walking stick and shove me. I mean, I couldn't get over that. That was probably what struck me funnier than anything. And granted, me and my brother had been messing with her the whole time we were up there, but I was like, damn, I really almost died just now. You fucking smacked me in the face with your walking stick. So that was one of my favorite highlights from that trip. I got a couple of the Utah stories, but that was just a really fun trip. And honestly, speaking of that type of stuff, it's my parents being all anxious with us being up on the side of these cliffs and stuff. I actually had a really cool conversation with my dad, and it's something that you don't realize till you start to get older and stuff, but like your parents, they care so much about you that they can't even put it into words. And to hear my dad kind of talk about like, you guys just don't understand like the anxiety that we have with that because, you know, you're our kids. You're the only people that we care more about than ourselves. And it's just insane when you start to get older and think about having a family and having kids and stuff is like, I hope I get to have kids for that exact feeling. Like I can't imagine the day that I get to have a kid and actually care about another human being more than I care about myself or my family or my friends. Like that, I think, will be one of the coolest things to ever experience if I'm blessed enough to have that opportunity. If I ever find a girl that can tolerate me, but I just think that would be one of the coolest things ever to get to actually, you know, is a product of you. You know, I think that'll be the coolest thing in the world to get to have a child someday, and I hope I'm fortunate enough to have that opportunity. But it was just really cool to hear my parents talk about that. Like, you know, we're so nervous about you guys because we couldn't live with ourselves if we watch you fall off the side of a mountain. And I'm like, damn, that's something that, you know, you're with your parents all the time. And I know, especially when you guys are in high school and college, I know it's most of my age and most of my followers is like, you get irritated with your parents, you argue with them. You know, you go through ups and downs of just conversation. It's just part of growing up and getting older. But as you get older and you have those conversations with your parents, it's like, damn, like those are the people that they care so much about you that they can't even put it into words, you know? So I think that'll be such a cool experience to have. And I hope for everybody out there, if you have any interest in doing that at some point in your life, I hope that you all get to have a kid someday. I think that'll be one of the coolest things if I get to have something like that happen in my life. So that was a cool conversation to have with my dad on the side of a mountain as we were walking in Utah. So yeah, but yeah, my mom really did. She smacked me in the face with a walking stick and shoved me, and I thought at one point in all the laughter that I might actually go over the side of a cliff. So, But great time in Utah. Like I said, if you ever get the opportunity to go hiking out west, take that opportunity. I've been out west. I've been lucky enough to go to like Arizona, Wyoming, now Utah. And what's so cool is like you think you hike out west once and it's like, oh, I get the gist of it. But every single state has such a different, unique landscape and structure to it. And some of the views that you get to see, like it's uncomparable. And I think for me personally, like just when you're in your 20s, you're in that stage of adult life where you're trying to establish your career. You got all these bills, you got all these goals. Like you're trying to move, and just put yourself in a good position to be successful. And I just think getting some time out there and getting, to force yourself to your phone has no connection. It's just you up feeling like you can touch a cloud on the side of a mountain. I think like it's the most peaceful thing in the world. And whether you're religious or not, like when you're out there, it's just another type of experience. And I'm not even into hiking like that. Like for me to hike 5 miles a day was like ridiculous, and I still was like, this is one of the coolest things I've ever experienced. So I recommend that for everybody if you ever have the opportunity to do it. Don't pass that type of stuff up. And Mom, I love you a lot. Can't believe that you tried to shove me off the side of a mountain. Even though she was so anxious and worried about us falling, yet her reaction was to punch me in the face and shove me. Unbelievable. But it was a really cool experience. Family vacations. Never turn those down. I don't care how old you get. Even if you get annoyed with them now when you're younger, when you get older, you appreciate them that much more. So that's today's story, and we'll be back with more soon. Talks to Tom.
Taking shots by the lake till I can't even breathe no more, see no more. I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get easier? I'll be up and away up the street and big, but I can't even breathe no more. What's it to me?